effective decision making is going to play a major part in the success of your trading journey into the future. And you've got to remove hindsight from these decisions and be content with that decision that you made. What do I mean by that? Well, there's going to be a trigger. You know, it might be you hit a loser. You know, let's look at an experienced trader. They hit a loss. That might be a trigger. They then bless with two options, right? One option might be to chase that loss, and the other might just be to accept it, right? If they make this choice, let's think ahead. Well, if they revenge trade and chase that loss, an outcome might be that they might win. Yeah, and then they might think, oh, okay, that worked, I'm going to do that again next time. Or they lose, and then the knock-on effect to that might be, oh, I'm going to chase that loss, and then they end up blowing their account. Yeah, how are they going to feel if that was to happen? Likewise, if they get lucky and pull that loss back, yes, one sense that actually worked, but that was just probability working. It wasn't actually the right decision. The question then needs to be, okay, I got lucky, was it the right thing to do? No, it wasn't. How can I prevent that happening again? Whereas the right decision here is just to accept that loss, realize we're in the long game, one loss doesn't define you, and stick to the process. So ultimately what I'm trying to say is review whatever the scenario is, yeah, review your possible outcomes. Yeah, so we've got a scenario. What are the options that you've got available? 1, 2, 3. Then ask yourself, is there anything else that I'm missing that I've not thought of? If we ask our brains the right question, we get the right answer. Is there anything that I've not thought of? Oh yeah, there is actually. I could do this and I could do that. Okay. What are the pros and cons of each scenario? Yeah, list them on a piece of paper. Well, this could work out. This is the downside. Okay. The thing is, none of us have an ability to predict the future. So we have to weigh up pros and cons of each decision. Then you can make a decision, right? You've made a decision, I'm going to go with option 2. I've reviewed the pros and cons. Maybe ask yourself another question. Is there anything else I've missed? Are all the pros and cons covered? The killer question at the end is, how am I going to feel if this plays out or not? Because once you can get to that part, you're going to be at peace with that decision. You're not going to kick yourself. There's not going to be any hindsight. I wish I'd have done this. I wish I'd have done the other. Because you've gone into detail this decision making. It might be a prop challenge and you've got a few days left and you've got some options. You know, how might you attack this? How are you going to feel at the end? If you got the retrial, failed the account, or passed, or, you know, all of this stuff. But go through the outcomes, look at the pros and cons, ask yourself some questions within that. But the key part is getting to a decision of contentment where you're at peace if that goes your way or not, because you've put the time in and done the work.